Greetings from Atolia. I am the Lord Bones, and this is The Sims 4, and I am about to play, well, I am currently playing. So, yeah, I want Cade to go to the bathroom firstly. So, what happened last episode? We actually hit it off with Yuki. We had our first kiss, and it might have been the thumbnail. I'm not sure yet, because I'm recording these back to back at the moment. And this is the last episode of this week, and I want to ask Yuki on a date, so we're going to concentrate kind of on Cade this week. And I kind of want Plyssa to wake up at about 6 AM, provided she's got work today, which she does. Jennifer does also, but she wakes up at like whenever she wants to, really, doesn't she, at this point? So that's perfectly fine. So is there any food inside of here? It seems like the answer to that question is yes. So how about you go and get one of those? And you are now a grade A student, Cade, so you don't really need to concentrate too much on this, provided your performance doesn't go down too much. So the best ways to improve performance are that there, yes they are, but I'm not sure what that actually... you'll forget more over lunch than some students will learn in a lifetime. And for him, the future is limitless. I'm not sure what advantage you actually get, by the way, from being like a really good student. But either way, I want to continue with this relationship with Yuki Bear, because I've never actually had a teenage relationship. I'm not sure, I didn't even realise the bloody mess around option was even in there until I spotted it on the list. So we're going to go and ask Yuki for a date, on a date, not for a date. For a date is a bit of an odd way of sort of pronouncing it, so how about we just pause a second, use that, then grab some of this out of here, this tab palette. I'm not even sure what that even is, but apparently that's what you're going to be having. Sounds pretty nice, especially considering I'm actually quite hungry IRL right now. We're going to get his natural fun up a little bit, because you've got to wait for Yuki to actually wake up before we end up doing something. So it's like 6 AM now. That's perfectly fine. Shall we have her do her daily task, or should we just do a daily task? Doesn't matter. Do whatever makes you happy today then, Plyssa Berry. And Cade will do whatever makes him happy today, which apparently includes just taking everything I've just put on for him and not doing it. I think that's what it includes. Sit down. Don't just stand above. Dear Lord, Cade. Let's get your fun all the way up, and maybe wait till about 9 o'clock, and then we will... Actually, what we should do then maybe is go and take a rose petal bath right over here. So let's go and do all that. One thing is, by the way, is that the Landgraf family are actually an actual family in this one. So like, you can actually talk to the Landgraf family. I think in the same way that you could in Busting Out as well. You could talk to the Landgraf family in that one there, which is probably the game that I played the most, I think, on the PlayStation 2. I think we had it on. I think you could there as well, to be fair. Okay, so it's about time. So, I don't know, shall we see if we can ask out on a date and ask Miss Yuki Bear on a date? She might end up just leaving halfway through, but we're going to ask anyway. So, Yuki Bear, do you want to go out on a date today? Okay, we can select the place, and then I think then she says whether or not she has, but it says this lot is not available, so I can't even select that there. I think the Shredding Llama is where we went on our first date with Plyssa and Jennifer. I'm pretty sure that's where it is, and that's like round the corner from this here. So you know what? Let's choose that place, shall we, for a date, and hopefully we can do this. Hopefully she's not going to stand us up, hopefully she's awake, and hopefully this time she won't just leave, because that is the worst thing in the world. So that's not too bad. Actually, last time there wasn't actually any goals with her either. This time there are actual goals though, you notice. So kiss your date, sit and talk to your date, and blah 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 blah. Yes, this is the place that you might recognise this place, because it's the place that we were at before when we did stuff. So I'm thinking what we need to do then is just go and sit somewhere where people aren't necessarily going to come and invade our space. The reason being that what tends to happen in these situations is these two end up talking to other people all the time. So how about you, let's not jump the gun, shall we? So let's just, that's the cloud gaze. No, what's after the one, that one there, compliment outfit, and then compliment the Compliments, complain about parents. No, that's not. Don't complain about my. They're my Sims. Don't complain about them. Don't brag about grades either. Brighten her day, and then, seeing as you're flirty, let's start this all on. So, kiss is the first thing on there, but I don't necessarily want kiss to be the first thing on there. So let's give a massage, shall we? And then let's flirt, and then let's. If the option arises, is the option going to arise? Then let's kiss. So let's see how this day currently goes. So we start talking with a date. That's the first thing done. We are socialising with our date. We can tell our date a story. Can we actually kiss without any issues here? Yes, we can. So that's perfect. Ooh, what's happening right here? She's tickling me. This is actually quite a good screenshot right there. I think she's tickling me there. Tickled mercilessly. Be tickled by Yuki. Yes, that is actually what happens. Oh, and these two actually really like each other now. For once, these two actually seem to like each other. Attempt to seduce your date. So, what is actually going to happen here? Oh, make out. Is this something that only you can do as a teenager? That looks very weird, by the way, that making out does. That looks very, very weird. We're going to actually going to press play, not pause. And we're going to see if we can find the word for seduce, shall we? I think they're basically finished now, are they? Snuggle. Where's the... It says seduce your dates. Get floated the conversation. Going to make the right moves available. But it doesn't say here anything to do with that. I don't know whether whisper sweet nothings actually would do it. So let's see if whisper sweet nothings would do it. And then tell your date a story. So friendly, tell your date a story. I think it's somewhere in here, isn't it? Where is tell your date a story? Let's just press play, shall we now? Ask about relationship advice. Sure, we'll go with that one, shall we? Relationship advice is go out with me. I think that's relationship advice. Tell glow story, tell funny story. I'm pretty sure tell story in both of those forms will actually be perfectly fine. She's not gone to work, has she? Go to work. Okay, we've done the first one. Oh my dear Lord, wait, we can do this now. What are you doing? Go to work. Because she's close enough, we can actually have this situation right here. Would you mind going to work, please, for crying out loud? It's like 10 o'clock. Okay. And she's just outside of the lot, apparently. Okay, so what we're doing right now, we're telling her a funny story, and I'm not sure what attempt to seduce a date actually means, but I do want to do maybe that at some point. Oh, attempt to seduce, it's there. You see it there. Attempt to seduce. Romance, attempt to seduce. So we'll do that there, and then we're going to ask her to be our girlfriend, because that will actually help us a great deal, I think. So how about we're all fine now? So he's now going to tell her a funny story about dinosaurs, and she apparently really likes it. Of course she really likes it. You see how close her eyes are? Okay. Ooh, what's going to happen over here? Is he going to attempt to seduce her? Is this what this looks like? Okay. So have a deep conversation with the date. So does this mean those two are now actually together now? I'm pretty sure that's what it means, but I'm not entirely certain. Have a deep conversation with your date is the next thing. So how about we have a deep conversation? That isn't friendly, isn't it, I think? Deep conversation. Yeah, it is. So if you have a deep conversation with your date, then that's all of our things actually completed up here. And that makes it an even more successful date. Yuki just gained a girlfriend of Cade. Yes, he did indeed. How suave is he right now? Ooh, and the bloody romance is like basically at the top. So we're going to have a deep conversation. And what's happening right here? Oh, just chat with Yuki. Do you need to have two deep conversations with your date? Exchange promise rings. What does that mean? Oh, promise rings are like when you're going to promise that you're going to get married or something. Is that actually a thing people actually do? I don't think it is it? I don't think that is actually a thing. Okay, so deep conversation is kind of what I was looking for again here, but I don't think I actually can because I think we've only just done it, haven't we? So how about we be enticing instead, and hopefully then by that point we can have another deep conversation to be able to make this all work. Okay, so can we have another deep conversation with her in order to get that one up. I want to get basically the highest grade I possibly can get, if that is at all possible. So talk about the world. Talk about the world with him. Okay. Perfect. There we go, yes. What are you going to do here, sorry? Chat with Yuki. You're going to sit down. Ooh, okay. And now you're just chatting with her. Okay. How about you sit there together? Instead of sitting there, instead of her standing up. That makes more sense. So, okay. So we can do a few things, can't we, here, just to waste a bit of time. I don't want to end this a bit early. I want to have this last as long as possible. So we're now fine now. We're actually almost at the top on these two. We're actually not too bad on the friends, to be fair. We're only acquaintances when it comes to actual friendliness, though, to be fair, which is actually not necessarily the best situation to be in. So I don't know whether or not I want to actually just do some friendly things right now because of the fact that we're not the highest on the friends. And it's nice that these two are completely separate as well right here, because it does actually mean that neither friend nor foe, just an average relationship. Well, we're kind of girlfriend and boyfriend, aren't we here? Oh, okay. Yuki just wanted to kiss me here. So that's perfectly fine. Okie dokie. And I guess I wonder if let's actually work the same way as the previous one worked. Is this any better? Ooh, okay. No, that one there actually is a bit more of a thing, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh my indeed. How long do we actually have left on our date today? We have 2 hours left on our date. Okay, fair enough then. I guess we'll just let these two do whatever they're doing, shall we? They're probably going out talking to one another anyway, I imagine, and doing things together. What's happening over here? Watch funny videos? Chat with Yuki? Oh, you're going to be going over here, are you? Wait for Jennifer starts in about an hour. Hopefully she will go to work in about an hour. So they're just going to... what's happening here? Mess around? How is this going to happen? You haven't got anywhere to mess around, do you? Yuki just became good friends with Cade. Okay, so the social actually came up to that point, did it? Okay. How about we challenge Sim, Yuki Bear, to a game on that, shall we? That sounds like a good thing to do on a first date. So we're going to challenge each other. Over on here. And bloody hell, I got him in the background. There we go. So that's quite a cute picture, I suppose, isn't it, right there? It's too bad you can't necessarily put these pictures in the actual thing. Although if I actually had the photography skill, I suppose I actually could. It's not too big on soccer, apparently she isn't. But either way, we're only about like 32 minutes away from doing this. It's not too bad of a way to actually do this whole thing. I'm going to take another screenshot right here, just so that I might be able to stick this out as the actual thumbnail. I could actually anyway, because I can just take a picture, but it's nice to actually have it. Oh, she's getting a bit angry. I think Cade is winning. I think that's the way round it actually goes. Okay. So, we've got 32 minutes left. I don't know how long this actual event actually lasts, but we're sorted now. Golden medal earned. Reward. There is something special in inventory to remember it. It's probably going to be that bucket thing, isn't it? Or is that the thing we got from the wedding? No, I think that's the thing we got from... the other thing, isn't it? So we get our social up a little bit from doing this, though, which is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. So we're fine here. It's the way we spend our... Wait, how long do these guys actually end up playing this for? Okay, what a brilliant game. Yuki beat Cade 5-2. You just got beaten by a girl. Yes, goodbye. Goodbye indeed. She's like, I'm out. I beat you, I'm out. We're done here. Okie dokie. Cade, you are a very gracious winner, though. I'm just going to literally walk into this place here. Yeah, in order to exit, he had to walk outside his own house. I suppose that's not too bad a situation to be in. So the computer interaction lets you adopt a baby or a child. I don't know whether that's suggesting something, because obviously we are on Pelissa and Jennifer. Or maybe it's because it's not necessarily an obvious option to actually have, is it really? Okie dokie. So, Jennifer, you're at work. Pelissa, you're at home, and there's a random person here. Morgan Fires, who's part of the Renegades. The Renegades. And no one will get that reference because everyone that's ever going to watch this is probably going to be way too young to even understand an 80s sort of song. But either way, we're all fine. And he then needs to essentially sleep, but I don't know what time it'll be after then. Go to sleep anyway. And we'll concentrate a little bit on Pelissa Berry over here, who is a little bit of a naughty girl by not going to work earlier on today. So we want you to go and make some more food for the family, please. Go make some food for the family, and everything will be sure handy dandy. And hopefully the maid will clean up the surroundings tomorrow, because I don't necessarily want these Sims to clean up the surroundings, because that will make them sad. I know it makes them sad anyway, just having this in general, but you know, grab a serving. There you go. And we're going to put the rest inside the fridge so the household can grab that at their own leisure. And actually, one thing we could do, actually. Oh, jingle dilemma. Jennifer's power drill jingle is just about to air when I notice a woman's deodorant commercial is using a very similar tune. What's worse? She can't remember whether she heard it before or after she wrote her jingle. Jennifer can alert her client or hope that nobody notices. Alert the clients. What happens now then? So, well, that didn't go well. Instead of praising Jennifer for caring enough to call, he braces her for being a fake and pulls the ad. The silver lining, the client keeps quiet to protect her own reputation, which protects Jennifer as well. That's not... I don't know whether that's a bad or a good situation here. I kind of can't. Sorry. I'm kind of, like, really bad. I need to go to sleep at some point. I'm sorry, Candy. Maybe if me and Yuki end up making it off, we'll making it out. Then we'll do something past there. Has she actually done a daily task today? No, she has not. So while she waits for, she's waiting for Jennifer, but she probably won't need to wait for Jennifer, will she? What's this? I heard Yuki started dating. Congratulations on landing a new girlfriend. Thank you very much. I'm very happy about it. It took a lot of effort because you kept walking away from every single social situation that was put before us. But either way, okie. So Jennifer has actually come home right now. She's a bit hungry though, so we're going to get her to eat that tapala and do so in the actual in the dining room and not in this room, because everything seems to be basically broken here. And I'm going to get her to hire a actual repair person. Hire service, and the service I want her to hire is a repair person just to repair things. Go and hire the repair person. There we go. And then maybe do this here. So obviously that person will then repair stuff, and then the maid tomorrow will obviously clean up all of the stuff. Okay, what has she wanted to do right here? She is wanting to compliment appearance. How about you stop doing that there and take the compliment? There we go. So now these two are now going to end up talking, are they? Yes, they are. Perfectly fine. So, considering the energy is not exactly the best, we're going to have these two go to sleep. So, the best way to do it there is to go and do the option, which doesn't seem to be anywhere on here. There, that option there. Go and do that option there. Perfect. And now that will be perfectly fine. And there's nothing in that room that needs to be repaired. And that's fine. Let me go. That'll be 109 simoleons. I kept saying dollars before, didn't I? Which is not exactly the best thing to actually do. It's actually simoleons, not dollars. Even though the sign kind of looks like a dollar, which probably is on purpose, I imagine. How about you? I know you're not that tired, but go to sleep anyway, Jennifer, because I want you to sort of have your sleep patterns somewhat aligned. And that means then I can speed up the time right now. So there we go. Oh, she woke up like immediately. She need to go to the toilet? Yes, she does. Go to the toilet and then go back to sleep. That's much better. She was about to pee the bed, wasn't she, just then? Okay, you go to bed. Tomorrow you are off, but that's perfectly fine. So you'll probably end up improving your charisma skill a little bit, because I'm not sure what other challenges will be posed before you. And Jennifer will happen to probably want to increase her piano skill and start doing that. What level is she now currently on? She's currently on 5 and Bliss is now on 8, isn't she? Something like that? No, 7. Okay, that's not too bad then. So, Cade, I want you to go downstairs. I want you to go and take a dish out of here. And you've done everything you need to actually do for school, so that's not too bad. I want you to do that though in this room over here. I want to grab this, put that in the bin. And then I want you to watch channel, watch some action, and go from there, because that will improve your funness. But that's a fun way to say the word fun, and we'll be perfectly fine. And I reckon you probably want to go for a wee at some point. Now, Pelissa doesn't need work today, so I don't need to wake her up at any point, so that's perfectly fine. He does need to go to school, so maybe the bladder will have to take a miss on that. No, he probably can't go for the toilet, I reckon, now. Okay, so I'm going to let these two basically just make themselves do what they need to do perfectly fine. And then we will go to school, Cade. Good, go to school. There we go. Now, let's have a look at these two, shall we then? So she needs to go to the toilet. She needs to do her hygiene. Get her hygiene up. She really does at this point, to be fair. Okay, so after you've done that there, you need to go and eat, by the way, Jennifer. And we're going to go eat a piece of this. And as if hours of fun at this point. Fun's not too bad. Hygiene's not too bad. Let's go sit over there as we eat that, not in this room over here. And you need to, after you've done this here, go and have a bath of some point. Go and have a bubble bath, I think, at some point. Go do that there. That's perfectly fine. So she's probably going to end up coming out of this somewhat playful, which is not exactly the worst mood to be in. She hasn't actually got her thing up at the moment. Okay, we're going to bed right now for Cade. So running the class, the teacher has stepped out for a second to talk to her parents. She asked Cade to run the class for a little while. Should Cade keep following the lesson plan the teacher laid out, or do something easy with the classmates? Follow the plan. So, even though this wasn't Cade's idea, his classmates are angry about having him in charge. They refuse to participate or behave, and eventually Cade has to call the principal for help. Small performance loss. It's because he's probably not that popular with the kids, is he? Yeah, maybe I should have done the easier thing, I suppose. But either way, that was not necessarily the best option. Maybe next time we should do the other option, because I don't think his charisma is high enough. Is that probably the reason why? His charisma's now at 3. Yeah, maybe his charisma was a bit higher. He might be able to actually do this. But either way. So, I want Jennifer to go and do her hygiene, get her hygiene up. She got to work today, yes she does. And then I want her to go and start playing the piano. Go write a jingle and then just simply practice. It's probably the best situation for you to be in. I will now concentrate on Pelissa Berry, who should go and make a painting, because she needs to do her daily task for tomorrow. And everything's perfectly fine, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously they're not exactly the most adventurous parents at the moment, but you know, they don't necessarily need to be, do they really? They definitely have an adventurous and good love life anyway, so it's not too bad. We don't necessarily need to do things like dates and things. That's sort of not what needs to happen really, because they don't even have a day off at the same time, do they? Okie dokie. Sprung that over there. Maybe I should start selling these in order to be able to afford this place to actually be in. Let's do a playful painting, because now she's at level like really high up. So we now own 15,000. Couldn't reach your mailbox. Might have to throw a mail in there. Okay. Why can't you reach the mailbox? Because it's there. A major corporation bought the jingle. That's fine then. After you've done this here, then I want you to go and pay the bills, please. So wait for Jennifer starts in an hour. How is she? She is not too bad, to be fair. So that's not too bad. I mean, she could be in a different mood, like the mood inspired. But I don't think she's doing too badly at the moment. Okay, so that's perfect. We sold that. We sorted that out. Okay, so now don't practice the piano. And we are going to concentrate on Pelissa Berry for at least an hour. She's need to go to the lavatory. So how about you clean that and then use it in that order, because otherwise it'll end up being disgusting. Actually, to be fair, I don't know whether the maid will be able to actually do it, will he? Clean it all up. Either way, we're kind of doing the maid's job right now. But either way, Cade has returned from school, one of the top students, and looking up high. Keep up the good work, although he is sad. Why is he sad? Unruly classmates. Maybe the teaching career isn't for Cade. Flirtatious school day. Got compliments from a cute classmate. Pretty good day. So he's sort of sad for 3 hours and then he's going to get flirty probably. I wonder if the classmate was actually Yuki Bear. That's probably what happened, isn't it? They're probably in the same class together, aren't they? Let's take a shower up here. and sort of work out what we're going to end up doing. So I'm going to press play very quickly over here. So where is the homework? I'm wondering if you want to go over to the house and hang out. It's kind of cold at the moment because I kind of need to shower. Is the homework? The homework's in here, so that's not too bad. I want you to go and do homework then. You probably shouldn't be too sad when that happens anyway. She's going to do what makes her happy. She is just going to go do what makes her happy, which is not the worst situation to be in. Okay, so we've got an excellent painting right there. So, Cade, what we're going to do right here. So it's all done for the day, and hopefully the house is now much, much cleaner because the maid has been through and done his thing. Now, he's actually hungry there. Plus 10? What did plus 10 from? Something gave us plus 10 right then. I have no idea what gave us plus 10 just then. Maybe it was a jingle. Do you get royalties for jingles? Don't do that there. Why don't you instead go and work on your charisma? Because you kind of might need it at some point. Practice pickup lines over here. I know you're pretty confident right now, so that should do you well. And Cade, once you've done this here, go and eat something. What's she going to do right here? I have no idea. But either way, I want you to go and eat downstairs. It's probably the best way for you to be in. So go and eat. Open sesame and go eat that food in there. And for some reason the cod is still where it actually is, and the spoiled tapala is still where it is. We can't ever drag that into there, can we? We need that to be moved up. We need that not to be there really, but either way, go grab a dish and maybe sit at the dining room table, and we'll concentrate on Pelissa for a little bit. So what are you going to do, Pelissa Barry? I reckon you should go and continue practice your speech. I mean, I want your charisma to be a little bit higher, maybe like level 4, maybe somewhere around there, probably be about fine. What's that noise? Is the TV still on? No, it's not even on. Is the cinema screen on? Nope, nothing's on down there. No idea. Either way, so I'm hoping we can make her ding at some point. She's quite close now anyway, to be fair. And I think this is actually quite a good time, to be fair. So, okay, so Cade's now finished with his eating, finished with everything else. How about, considering you're flirty, you send a flirty text to Yuki Bear, right here and now. And that's perfect. And we've been promoted on Jennifer's star. So Jennifer has been promoted to Serious Musician. She's also received the following bonus: 1,165 simoleons, an Off the Charts Music Award. The next shift is at Tuesday 3 PM. Now, do any of the days now match up with anything else? Okay, so go to list it. Press J. That's the one right there. So now, none of the days match still. So, okay, still the same position as before. Now, the timer sort of moved 1 hour along there as well. So that's not the worst situation to be in. Let's go on Jennifer and let's see if we've... okay, so now we need to be our piano skill just a little bit higher. That's not too difficult because we're really high up anyway. So, that's good then. That's very good. So I want you to send that flirtatious text and then to go to bathroom. Yes, go to the bathroom and then go to sleep. It's probably the best thing for you to do. So, you two. Yes, you and Jennifer. I want you to go and do something together. So I want you to come down to here, Melissa Berry. What's that call from? I see you're in a good mood. Maybe we should head out to the bar and grab a drink. I can't. I need school tomorrow, and so do you, young lady. I shouldn't be saying young lady because I suppose I'm playing Cade. I'm like the same. Oh, bugger! Stop! I pressed the fast forward button by accident. Go and do that instead. Now, come on, go do that, and I can synchronise your sleep schedule, can't I? Then, so go to there, and then go to sleep, and I can and then your sleep schedule should all be in line then with what I want you to necessarily be at, which is good. So, and then will probably be the end of this episode, to be perfectly honest with you, because we're now at about 30 minutes, and now it's going to stand either side, are they? I want you to go to sleep, please. Go to sleep, sleep, inside of the bed. And switch sides, because that's what you generally do, isn't it? You switch sides, usually. Okie dokie. So please click on links on your screen right now. The big video on your screen right now is to Aerial Heights. It's probably an Ark episode or Witcher 3 because those are the two things I end up putting up on that channel. So if you want to see more Let's Plays from me, you can hop over to there. I want to send a few people over there if possible. And otherwise, click on the next and previous buttons for next and previous of The Sims 4, and I will catch you next time. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.